Okay, so I get asked a lot about what I do, and so I figured I'd just make a video about it because nobody seems to know what it is. So I'm a telecommunications field engineer, and so I basically work on cell towers, make sure your phones work, but not on the actual towers. Basically like everything on the bottom, on the ground, or like a rooftop, work on that stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys along for today's specific job and show you all a little bit of how it works. So some of these places we gotta go to are actually kind of sketchy, like this one we're at now. So we gotta walk around with a flashlight in like some of the worst parts of these cities and these states. It's part of the job, I guess. All right, so now we're inside the site room. So this is basically what we got going on. So we have to take these out along with these here, and we're gonna replace them with a newer upgraded version of this. And that's basically it. Then we're gonna move these radios from this current old stuff to the new one. And yeah, just make sure it all works right. So it should be pretty simple. So we got our GPS here. It's going around to the back to these GRU GPS units. And then these are going up to the main GPS that's going outside of the building. Okay, so basically what I did here was I installed the new one on top here. I didn't install it, I just like set it on top here. So I hooked up this cable here to the LMT port, which is running down to our little phone here, which is loading the new software. So our phone here is loading the new software onto that baseband. So once that's done, we'll be able to move to the next step. Okay, so now we gotta print our labels out for everything we're doing. So we made these little tags here. So we got two for the back of the power, two for the front of the power, one for the front of the ground, one for the back of the ground. And then we gotta print a bunch of these little ones here for other stuff. It takes a while, I'm not gonna lie. So they can lock down everything at 11 o'clock. It's currently 10:20, so I'm gonna try to get all these labels printed. That way when they lock it down, I can just start moving. So I wanna get out of here before, hopefully 4 o'clock. The earliest I've been done yet so far is 3 a.m., but I don't wanna be here late. Well, early, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna try to get some of this stuff knocked out now that we can actually get done, and then go from there. Okay, so we have now got the new baseband up, and we got it hooked up to the backhaul, which is going to this router, which then goes out somewhere. But so we just had our support check, and now they have connection to this. So now we're gonna go ahead and move these radios up to here. So we gotta do, I'm pretty sure, all of these, this bunch, and then we have to do these bottom ones here, I believe, or I don't know, but we have to do some of this and this. So I already labeled some of these. So these are our C bands, alpha, beta, gamma. So we're gonna move these up here. We're gonna do that first. That way we can start taking out these old units, so we can get our GPS off, the old ones, and put our new one on. So that is our goal right now. So a little trick. So if you pull these out and you get them dirty, the ends of them or something, then you'll have fiber loss and you might have to replace the whole thing. So we don't want to do that. So a little secret to just keep these clean is take a little screwdriver. There's a little metal plate under there. You just get under that and pry it up a little bit, and then you can just pull the whole thing out. And this one goes to port in. So take this out, put it over here and pour it in. As you can see, that kind of pulls So we're gonna have to get some slack up out of here. Okay, so we got most of this stuff out, pretty much everything. A bunch of fibers, cables. So over here, we now have all of our radios connected up to the new equipment, and we got green lights on everything, so that's good. So that's being loaded by our support now with a different script, which takes 3 hours, which is stupid. But now we have to run, we have our ground running down into this hole that we have to get hooked up. So I'm thinking we cut it, stick it up here. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll get that done. We gotta pull these old power cables out. Obviously that's not gonna fit, so we have to disconnect it from up here. And then we'll just work on tidying some stuff up, try to make this look neater because it looks kind of sloppy. But for the most part, we're pretty much done. Label a couple more things. We have to label our power, our ground, our GPS, which is right here. And yeah. So the issue with these is we just gotta be super careful, because if we touch something else, then it's gonna spark and it's gonna like shut everything down. So these are very like sketchy. And definitely if you're working like over here with this stuff, it's like that stuff will hold on to you. So it's like, it's really just, I hate this part. This part makes me nervous. Okay, so I just pulled this first one out, and look at this. I'm just see if I can get it to focus right there. Yeah, look at that. The freaking end came off. So whoever put this thing on here sucks. They didn't even tighten it down. I swear, this one's like that too. Man. Okay, so we got the ground cut. We need to fit it inside of this. Okay, so I just grabbed these little pliers or snippers, and then I just cut it. I just cut the extra that peeled back. I don't know if you can see it there. You can kind of see it. So those just peeled, pushed back. So we're just gonna cut those off. We want to get it as low as we can. So we're going to push that bad boy on there. We're going to take our big crimpers here, and we're going to crimp it down. So I'm going to start at the closest one to the cable, so we can secure that initial connection there. Make sure it don't come off. So there's 3 lines, so we're going to do 3 crimps. So I always do the closest to the cable, and then the complete other side, and then I do the middle one last. And then that's all done. Now we put our heat shrink on it. So that's what we're looking like. So we're gonna melt this heat shrink down, then we're gonna bend this up. We're gonna stick it right on here. So we gotta scratch this paint off like they did here. That way we make a solid connection. And then that'll be that. Alright, so now our ground is complete. Alright, so most of the work is done. Honestly, I think all of it. We have to label our GPS cable, and I think that's it, to be honest. And then we have to take a bunch of pictures. So we have to take a bunch of pre and post photos of the work. That way the higher ups can track it, right? So we have to do that. There's like 30 or 40. So after that, well, so we're gonna make the label for this GPS. Can I sit you here? No, a little too low. Okay. So we have everything done. We have to just make a label for the ground. Not the ground, a label for, wait. We have to put the label on the back side of the ground. Then we have to make a label for the GPS cable, both sides. And I think that's it. Print the labels, take the pictures, and then we're gonna start consolidating all this stuff we took out. Because we need some of this stuff for the pictures. So after we're done with the pictures, we're gonna load everything up, and we're gonna wait in the car. there's really nothing else for us to do. So it's currently 2 a.m. I was hoping that we'd be out of here by, I think it was like 3 or 4. I think there's still a chance. I do. Well, I couldn't figure out how to get the stupid tape back in. So it like jacked up. It was like doing this, and it's supposed to be white. So now we gotta get a new roll. We're back in the car, just kind of chilling for now. Everything is done. Yeah, I mean, we're good. We sent all of our post photos. We sent our serial numbers of everything. So really, they're just unlocking all the radios. So hopefully none of them have fiber loss or, yeah, low fiber loss. Because if they do, we're most likely gonna have to go back in there and just clean it, make sure it's all good. And if it does not, then we're good to go. We can head on out of here. So it's currently 3:54 a.m. I'd say we're hitting our mark. If this is all good, we're gonna be out of here within the next 10 to 15 minutes maybe. If this was during the daytime, I'd have no problem with it at all. But this overnight work is terrible. I don't like it. It's a 0 out of 10, absolutely the worst. So anybody who works night shift, like, dude, props to you. I hate this. I'm doing this for about a month. I got, I think, like 2.5 weeks left. I don't know, but I hate it. So anybody who does this full time, you know, hats off to you, because this sucks. Hopefully get this sucker unlocked, everything's good, and we'll get out of here. The only thing that sucks too about getting done early is breakfast. So the hotel doesn't start serving breakfast until 6. Maybe by the time we get back, because we're dirty, so we're definitely gonna get a shower. So maybe by the time we go back, finish up our computer report of our day, send that email out, and then get a shower. Maybe it'll be close enough to where they start putting stuff out for breakfast, and then we'll swing down there and grab something. So whoever's, I guess, interested in this like job or whatever, literally every project is different, and every project is different. Some projects have you working 7 days a week. Some of them have you working like this one where it's just nights. You have the days off, you have weekends off. Some are during the day work and weekends still off. It's honestly just, it depends on the project. I mean, it's all over the place. I'm supposed to be going, well, I might be going, I hope I do. I might be going to Alaska for some work. I'll be there, possibly there for a month. And then after that, I'll be going to Hawaii. That would be sick. So hopefully I get that. So yeah, I mean, it's literally everywhere. So anyone who's interested in whatever and wants to see more about what different projects look like, what like the realistic day in the life is of doing this job, because obviously I left quite a bit out, just trying to cut this down a little bit. But yeah, whoever's actually interested in this, drop a comment, let me know, subscribe, and we'll do some more. With that said, hope y'all have a good night or good day, good morning, whatever it is for y'all, and I'll see y'all later.